Morning everyone, this is Angel Katharina from grade 9 standing before you to speak about the Constitution Day. The Constitution Day is also celebrated as the National Law Day or the Samvidhan Divas in India. It is celebrated on 26th November every year to commemorate the adoption of the Indian Constitution. History of how the Indian Constitution came into being. On November 26, 1949, the Constituent Assembly formally adopted the Indian Constitution and it came into force on January 26, 1950. The 2 month period between the adoption and the enforcement of the Indian Constitution was used for the thorough reading and translation from English to Hindi. The Constituent Assembly members met for 166 days that spread for 2 years, 11 months, and 18 days before the adoption of the Constitution. The Constituent Assembly signed two handwritten documents of the copies, each one in English and Hindi. The 26th November was announced as the Constitutional Day by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the year 2015 as a part of the long year celebration of the 125th birthday anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is a renowned social reformer, a jurist and a politician, and is also known as the father of the Indian Constitution. He was appointed as the chairman of the Constituent Assembly in the year 1947, August 29. A smiling face is a beautiful face. A smiling heart is a beautiful heart. So keep smiling the entire day. We are Indians, firstly and lastly. With this beautiful quote said by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, I would like to thank you all for the kind attention. Thank you.
This is Indra of grade 9. I'm going to tell how did the Constitution of India exist. From 1947 to 1950, India continued to use the legislation implemented when it was a dominion of Britain. In the meantime, Constituent Assembly drafted the Constitution of India, which would replace the Government of India Act 1938 as country's fundamental governing document. The Constitution was drawn from a number of sources, while India's needs and conditions were given paramount importance. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar studied the constitutions of over 60 countries before drafting the Constitution of India. On December 6, 1949, Constitution Assembly was formed and its first meeting was held on December 9. Rajendra Prasad was its president and H.C. Mukherjee is vice chairman. On August 29, 1947, drafting committee appointed Ambedkar its chairman and 6 other members, Munshi N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar, Kayanar, Mitter, Muhammad Sadullah and Krishna Swami Iyer. The members of the Constituent Assembly signed 2 handwritten copies of document, one each in Hindi and English, on 24 January 1950. On 26 January 1950, Constitution was enforced and on November 26, 1949, Constitution was adopted by the Constituent Assembly. It took almost 3 years to complete the Constitution.
A very warm morning to all present here. A happy Constitution Day to everyone. The Constitution declares India a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, assuring its citizens justice, equality and liberty, and endeavors to promote fraternity. The original 1950 Constitution is preserved in a helium-filled case at the Parliament House in New Delhi. The words secular and socialist were added to the preamble in 1976 during the emergency. The Constitution of India lays down the framework, demarcating fundamental political code, structure, procedures, powers, and duties of the government institutions and sets out fundamental rights, directive principles, and the duties of the citizens. It is the longest written constitution of any country on earth. It is influenced by other constitutions. The concepts of liberty, equality, and fraternity were taken from the French Constitution. The concept of 5-year plan was taken from the USSR. The directive principles were taken from Ireland. The law on which the Supreme Court functions were taken from Japan. Various departments of the Government of India celebrated the first Constitution Day in 2015. The preamble of the Constitution was read in all schools by all students. Preamble to the Constitution of India is, "We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, to hereby adopt, enact, and to give ourselves this Constitution. Thank you so much.
A constitution does many things. First, it generates a degree of trust and coordination for different kinds of people to live together. Second, it specifies how the government will be constituted and who will have the power to take which decisions. Third, it lays down limits to the powers of the government and tells us what the rights of the citizens are. And fourth, it expresses the aspiration of people about creating a good society.
Constituent Assembly. The drafting of the document called the Constitution was done by Assembly of the elected representative called the Constituent Assembly. The election to the Constituent Assembly were held in July 1946. The Constituent Assembly that wrote the Indian Constitution had 299 members. The Assembly adopted the Constitution in 26 November 1949, but it came into effect on 26 January 1950. To mark it, we celebrate 26 January as Republic Day every year.
On the 26th of January 1950, we are going to enter the life of contradictions. In politics, we will have equality, and in social and economic life, we will have inequality. In politics, we will be recognizing the principle of one man, one vote, and one value. In social and economic life, we shall, by reason of our social and economic structure, we continue to deny the principle of one man, one value.
Secular. Citizens have complete freedom to follow any religion, but there is no official religion. The government treats all religious beliefs and practices with equal respect. Democratic. The form of government where people can enjoy equal political rights, elect their rulers and hold them accountable. The government is run according to some basic rules.
Liberty. There are no unreasonable restrictions in citizens in what they think and how they wish to express their thoughts and the way they wish to follow up the citizens in action.
This is Sri Ganesha Balaji from 9th A. I am going to speak about Republic. The head of the state is an elected person but not a hereditary position. Thank you.
Equality. All are equal before the law. The traditional social inequalities have to be ended. The government should ensure equal opportunity for all.
Hello everyone, I am here to talk on the topic Preamble of an Indian Constitution. What is meant by Preamble of an Indian Constitution? It means an introduction of Indian Constitution. So, before that you have to know when this Indian Constitution was introduced. It was introduced on January 26, 1950. Next, come to Preamble of an Indian Constitution. First, what is meant by sovereign? Sovereign means we have supreme power to rule, that is Indian rule. So India is a sovereign. Next, what is meant by socialist? A person who is preparing a socialism is called a socialist. So India has socialist. Next, what is meant by secular? Secular is not connected with any other religion. It means we are all Indians. No, we should not see Hindu, Muslim, Christian, any religion. We are all only Indian. So India is secular. Then what is meant by democratic? Democratic is nothing but the right to vote. So India have right to vote. So it is called as democratic country. Next, what is meant by republic? Republic is nothing but as same as sovereign. It has supreme power to rule. So India is republic. Next, what is meant by justice? Justice is nothing but a judgment of any court is called as justice. So India have justice. Next, what is meant by equality? Equality means we are all equal before the law of constitution. We should not see rich, color, gender, face, anything. We are all equal before the law. So India have equality. Next, what is meant by liberty? Liberty is nothing but we got independence. So it is called as liberty. So India is liberty. Next, what is meant by fraternity? Fraternity is nothing but everyone has same opinion but can't to be executed. For that we can strike. That is called as fraternity. So India have fraternity option. Next, What is meant by hereby adopt, enact and give it ourselves this constitution? What is meant by that? That means hereby accept our suggestion and give the constituency to us. They are requesting us or begging us. So what are all we learned today? We learned India how got freedom, India got independence, how we have socialist, how India is equal, everything we learned about a constitution. So thank you for this giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a democratic republic and ensure all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, liberty of status and of opportunity, and to overcome them all. Fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual, and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949 adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution.